Hey Brokanja, how you doing? Indeed. I've been working or you know the latest video and I've been working on this stream as well. So yeah, it took some time. I took a bit of a break of the internet, wanted to enjoy nature, spend time with friends. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. And have you made any interesting orcs? Well, like I told you, I'm mostly focused on two things. The Pretender video as well as the stream for today. So yeah. Indeed I did. How's it been whilst I've been gone? Well, it's been alright. I took a small break myself after the Pretender video because it's exhausting to work day and night on recording and video editing. People have no idea how, time consuming this is. I've got a couple of tags to place on this. I need to remember most of the titles. Wraith-Touched. What else? That's good. We don't mind all the time a break. Thank you. Okay, just going to start the game, and I still got to send notifications. But yeah, can be a bit exhausting to work on this day and night. And in the last couple of days I also experimented a bit on the flak transformation. Because, yeah.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by
I recently
fire,
discovered that to create the defaced, you can use an orc who's also voiced by JB Blah. Okay, just wish the notifications and the tags were set up automatically. Some grogs are having some fun down there. Okay, let's check. Alright. So here's what this looks like.
Flock.
Do you also think to stream on other games maybe? Yes, I actually want to do that.
Flock.
It's just I'm waiting for people to, you know, let me know if they want me to stream other games. I'd love to stream Elden Ring or Dark Souls or whatever. Because there's only so much you can do with Shadow War. Hi Baltica, how you doing? I started recently playing with my friend in Sons of the Forest. Flak Multiverse, true. Can you guess most of these titles just looking from up there? How are you doing, Light Blocks? Yeah, but I'm waiting for people to, you know, make the requests. I'm not going to assume that people want to see me stream other games, because when I'm streaming Inscription, people are like, eh. And yet, I love Inscription. I wish I could play more. Watching you from my phone because I'm playing on PC. Oh. Well, I've got a couple. So let's just mention a title versus another, and we'll see if Flame of War. We've got one right here. Versus who? We've got the Defaced, like I mentioned earlier. We've got the Shamed. Yes. I was hoping for people to guess. So like I said, if you give the voice of JB Blunt to an orc, you can get the Defaced, which is much easier than trying to work with Robbie Rist's voice. Those are the titles I, managed to change him into. I'm not really happy with the machine, but that's usually what he looks like. Yeah, the Defaced is kinda bugged sometimes. Well, when you're trying to create him. But it's the one who complains about you disfiguring him with poison. This is the main guy. This is the deranged state. This is why I love this game. There's always at least one thing I have to see. Yep. But yeah, the Flame of War was mentioned. So against who? We've got the Inflamed. They both are enraged by fire. Is it the same? Yeah, Lockjaw also was created with the fake of and the false of war, so he's got the rage as well. So I'll be waiting. Unless you want me to set him up against one of these two. Lockjaw versus Flame of Touch. Could be a fair fight. They've got basically the same stats, so there's much difference. Except this one got exhaustion after he came back from the Flame of War state, so this guy got the same thing. Alright.
I'm not impressed. Another globe for slaughter. Rip and rend. Time to go boom.
Well, the Flame of War took advantage of his rage before the other one kicks in. That was a pretty quick victory on his part. That's right, I'm going to change the difficulty, as somebody once mentioned, what was it, Nemesis? So that they do not jump into missions straight away.
Flock.
Okay, who's next? We could set up the Iron Skull against the Unkillable. They're looking similar most of the time, but they have slightly different personality. One is complaining about headaches, and one is, you know, bragging about, you know, never truly die. Again, they've got the same stats, they just don't have the rage of fire. They're both vulnerable to beast fodder. The rest is, you know, basic. Oh yeah, well, you know, they've got mighty warriors, all of them, and Slayer counter, so, you know.
I'll provide all the sport you need, and then some. Watch and learn, you globs! Watch and learn! You off! Clumsy out! You're doomed!
Wow, the Unkillable died. Well, you did good to put your money on him, because he's the winner. Okay, who's next? The Defaced? We could place the Defaced against the Blight. It would fit him if he were to be enraged by poison. Yup, especially when their warrior bodyguards are doing the same.
Flock.
Lucky versus Defaced? Sure.
Flock.
You better not underestimate me. I want a good fight. Come on now, I can do this all day.
The original Lucky got wiped out. You lost all your money. I've been thinking I should describe, obviously, the way I turned them. So, Flag the Lucky is the original version, obviously. The Unkillable is basically just killing him different ways. I threw one off a tower, I killed him as a meat shield. Yeah, I got the deranged orc. I got deranged Lucky. Because I thought people would want to see one. At least this one got deranged on the first small shame, so he hasn't gained any weaknesses. And I tried to make one into a maniac, but he kept becoming a deranged only, so. Deranged versus undead. Alright.
Flock.
Wow. The undead actually doesn't want to fight. That's weird. I can select the undead and just reposition him. Oh well, that's I guess you can't do a pit fight with undead. Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, do you want to hear him complain about his bad luck against the shame? Or we could set up the shame against the unashamed. So yeah, I was about to describe the luck. Sure. Hi Gardenov, how you doing? Only for Nazgul Talion. Ah, well, you know. How you doing, Shadow Nazgul? So yeah, the lockjaw is from the fake of war, you know, the false of war, what they call it. And then I broke his jaw. That's simple. The unashamed, obviously, just shaming him. The inflame is from well, I fake turn him into the machine to gain Matthew Mercer's voice, and then I burned him after placing the Flame of War in the region before his transformation. So that's how you got him. The Forsaken is just leaving the lucky to die as a follower to bleed out. The machine, you know how. Stormbringer! Well, I turned him into the fake machine first, and then I burned him into becoming the inflamed before, you know, chopping off his arms. Machine versus unashamed? Sure.
Flock.
The Spectre is the fake machine that I purified, so yeah. And then the fake Spectre to give him JB Blanc's voice to get the Claw, as well as the Shamed and the Defaced. The Iron Skull is the same thing as the Unkillable. The Blight we know how. The zombie version I just sent him in another save. And that's basically the description on the demo.
You know me. You know that I am unashamed. I bear my marks with pride. Not even the Gravewalker himself could shame me.
Do not fear the machine. The machine is your future. The machine is everlasting.
But yeah, let's hope not. I had little time to rest, so I mostly recorded stuff. And, you know, worked on this. Yes, true. Well, normal-ish. He still looks like he melted. But yeah, he looks alright. Much better than most transformation from different head shapes. What are you going to do with all your winnings? Okay, so do you want to listen to the Lucky against, I don't know. Can the surprise is inside a normal color? Oh, I already read that, or try and pay you. I would appreciate it, but I don't want to take money from people who might need it more than I do. I want to set up the shame against the unashamed. Maybe in the future, if people really insist, I would set up something for donations, but I'm not really doing much for people to, you know, have their money's worth.
The Gravewalker tried to shame me, but I embraced the mark and added many others. Now I stand before you not with shame, but pride.
Another idiot. I'm always facing idiots here.
Guessing it's kind of like maybe how the Pretender gets kind of shame. Yeah, it's the textures that. But I feel like they haven't really worked on the Pretender since he was one of the most recent creations because of his tribe. The outlaws. Well, the unashamed one again. Hey look, he's green again. Okay. Who's next? The Forsaken against the Unashamed? Speaking of Pretender, by the way, I think that I had an idea to see if I could make a decoy captain of a Pretender that's drunk, because I thought it'd be funny. I haven't managed it. I don't think drunks can be anything other than a warrior. Forsaken versus Inflamed. Sure. But yeah, the drunks usually are from the big warriors, but they can spawn buff or skinny as well.
I've been waiting to kill you. It better be worth it.
This is the man who on a good day will kill you, and on a bad day will recruit you, betray you, and then try to kill you.
Could be well, okay, so they get to there's gonna be other classes. Well, I'm not sure if there's gonna be other classes, but I never really checked, so it could be true. Try to get a ranger killer machine pretender decoy. Oh, could happen, I think. Yeah. Oh! The Forsaken got saved by the poison. But yeah, it could happen, I think. Yeah, but at least seen drollers be more than one class, and they are essentially a drunk rook. Yeah, they are like the drunk rooks, but they just are drooling all the time. But they can also spawn if you're blowing up barrels, so they're not that rare. I know this. Wish I could make a new machine. Could make a pretender machine guy and use him to make some stuff for fun. Yeah, like you could make a specter or a broken shield, or even a blight broken shield. But I've noticed that purifying an orc who's got, you know, a different body type is going to result in a hoodless blight, even if you shoot his eye out, but no boils. Stormbringer versus the one black and white face paint, so the Spectre versus the Stormbringer? Sure. Yeah, the Stormbringer versus the Spectre sounds good. Again, not many differences with the stats.
This is where your journey ends. Amateur! Here comes the...
Yeah, that's fair. Backhanded.
Did you hear that?
Okay, so a victory for the Spectre. Who's next? We've got the Claw as well. Could set him up against somebody. Or we could listen to the deranged Lucky. Yeah, he said no. Find it kinda funny these guys are still vulnerable to poison considering they're marked by it. Yeah, it's like when you're burning an orc into becoming the Flame of War, most of the time he gets de-enraged by fire, by burning. If you're poisoning a blight and is mortally vulnerable to poison, he's going to remain mortally vulnerable to poison, so he could kill himself with his own mines, his own bones. So who's next? I'd say I'd like to listen to the deranged one. Let's just
Flock.
these guys around.
Flock.
I should work more often on the deface now that I figured out how to, you know, work on them. I kept trying on Robbie's voice, but GB Blanc seems to be the one. Either you guys vote or... yeah. Because if somebody is going to mention they want to see a fight, I'll let them decide. Otherwise, this stream would be long if I don't make a decision. The stream is a bit silent, so let's just set them up.
You don't have a chance. No chance. That's the truth of it. No chance at all.
If you turn out to be a weakling, I'll kill you. Well, actually, I'll kill you either way.
And he put the deranged one out of his misery.
Flock.
I'd say both against each other. Seems fitting. We'll see the A team versus the B team. It's always like an insult when people say you are in the B team. You're the backup team.
Nothing will stop the spread, the growth, the rise of my pestilence. You don't look like you could defeat a catagor pup.
Also the wing. impressed with the stumbling story. So far, so not so good. RNG really makes it difficult sometimes. Well, sometimes. You know what I mean. Well, what I mean is, most of the time, in my case, I can kinda predict how things will go, because, you know, I've done this many times, but sometimes the RNG is like, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. And people have seen this during live stream. For example, the game faked the return of some guy. Like, oh, his body won't be replaced. I tried placing a captain from the garrison. He kills an unknown instead. And you think, oh, this guy is going to come back. And then time passes and his body just gets replaced. So you realize that the game just wasted your time. Just reminded me I have yet to get a Stormbringer. I kind of wonder if I can get to do the fake voice stuff. If I already had a machine or whatever in a save. I mean, you could always try one, or just pick up any from a Vendetta or a fortress that has not been hacked or anything. Like if I get one from someone else, just put that in the area where I just cut in half. Well, you'd need to place him in the area after you cleave the guy in half. And make sure to, you know, for example, if you were to cleave a guy in half and you know he's going to come back, wait for them like 30 minutes up high where you're not going to be ambushed. Make sure that you've got no Drakes to, you know, attack you randomly. And after, I don't know, 30 minutes, then you can place the machine. Because the game knows the guy you cleaved in half is going to become the machine. But you can prevent that. It's only he's going to keep the voice if you place another machine before his return. So that's how you get the fake machine. Because I have already a machine, as far as I can tell, cannot make a new one. No, you can't. I have a good one. A good night walk. And a good rest. Take care. Gonna have to walk my dog in, you know, less than an hour. Oh! I don't have access to the garrison? Why is that? No connection on Steam. Okay. Okay, who's next? The Claw? Still works. I mean, of course the fake machine still works. Yeah, so pretty much makes me wonder if that is gonna screw it with it. Like, no, because you've had the machine already, it's not going to work. Because the game knows you already had one, so you'd need to start a new save. I'm afraid. Hi Lascos, how you doing? Yeah, there are some exceptions with death cheaters. For example, you can get both the infested and the flies, you know, by dropping a nest on their head and watching them die or run away. Good. We can also restart after these guys kill each other.
Flock.
And I wonder if maybe I should do a backup on my current save, because I have captains like having my... I mean, I always have backups of save files where I place some of my captains I want to preserve.
Get ready to lose!
This is the man who on a good day will kill you, and on a bad day will recruit you, betray you, and then try to kill you.
Wow, the 4-second stabs in the back. That way I can still have a new save where I can... Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. Okay, who's next? 4-second against the Unashamed sounds... Alright.
Unashamed. I bear my marks with pride. Not even the Gravewalker himself could shame me.
This is the man who on a good day will kill you, and on a bad day will recruit you, betray you, and then try to kill you.
I guess the question is if the garrison will be saved if I do this, because I got that round guy. I only leave orcs in the garrison temporarily. It's best to leave them in backup save, and if you could make a backup of your backups, just in case. Every enemy is evenly matched. Not true, Dynamic Star. Not true. Because I feel like the Flame of War, as well as the Lockjaw, and who else? They had the advantage of being enraged by fire. Oh yeah, the Inflamed. So, shall I restart the whole thing? Or do you want to see them all kill each other and we restart? There's only a few left. Of course, Flak Zombie is not the fighter. Don't restart it until it's finished. Yeah. So, who's next?
Flock. Flock.
We've got Forsaken, Spectre, Iron Skull, and Flame of War as well, the Blight. So.
Flock.
Let's try them both. Like I said, the Blight doesn't have anything different, it's only the Flame of Wow's got the exhaustion after gaining the enrage by burning.
Think you're tough, eh? We'll see about that. Now we are all here. Now it is time to spread the corruption.
I have noticed something the first time I worked on orcs who were covered in blood. Some of the orcs would lose the blood on themselves as they get turned into the Flame of Wow or into the Blight. But the decoys promoted as captain keep those. We've got a zombie flag, yes, but he's not a fighter apparently. We had the deranged flag as well because I tried to turn him into the maniac version. But the deranged state is the only result I got after hours of trying. And is one who hasn't got any weaknesses.
Useless.
Why do you want deranged flag? Because I assume that people would want to hear the deranged version.
Flock.
Yeah, I hate it, but I know what people might want to see. So it's not about what I want or what I enjoy. Sometimes it's what people want to see.
Care to try your hand against me?
This is the man who on a good day will kill you, and on a bad day will recruit you, betray you, and then try to kill you.
Funny, just found myself remembering this when we were doing the other comic with a few times. He must have become the elusive or the uncatchable or something. He got killed by grunts. Hello, Alfaf. How you doing?
For you. Right, Lord Traitor.
Yeah, but they, the Forsaken got hit by grunt at the end.
Flock.
You're doing so-so? Yeah, I'm doing so-so too. I've been tired these last few days because recording, editing, working on Flak. It's after I deranged him straight to range the guy, and he was constantly complaining that I never gave him chance.
Think you're tough?
Ah, like the lucky.
Well, I'm tougher.
Who's next on the slaughter parade?
I bet on Flak. What is the RNG for you? Sometimes it's only take one shame to break them. Yeah. Flak knows Flak's weakness.
Don't you know how strong I am? You are right.
No veins on Flak. Nope, because the thing is, I mentioned this before, you see the blood on their bodies. That's when they were promoted from an orc who was, you know, a trickster covered in blood. And they keep it the same way a decoy from a captain would keep the cursed body. And it prevents the cursed look, so he gains only the pale skin when he gets turned into the spectre. So he doesn't have the veins. I think he also showed up during the final battle thing. Yeah, they usually do that same as in Shadow of Mordor. It was funny. I managed once to do as Uruk's Hollow showed in his video, that you can set up Ratbag as your final nemesis in Shadow of Mordor.
Flock.
But of course he would not appear in the Nemesis Forge when you worked on this and the DLC before the transfer into the next game.
I'm not impressed.
You mean
You're
Shadow of
saving the
Mordor?
best for last out there.
Have you considered using a save to make dark into something and still
Let's go boom!
I mean, yeah, I've been considering doing things with my old Nemesis captains. My own Nemesis Forge captains. Wow, the Flame of War won. Can you brand your nemesis on the last mission? No, you have to kill him. Or you can kill him in a non-permanent manner. If you know he's going to cheat death. This is how I did it in Shadow of Mordor most of the time. I knew some guy was bound to come back. So I avoided leaving too many captains, you know, without their head cut off, to make sure that one captain would come back the first time but as my main nemesis, and then he would cheat death a second time after the story mode was over. Well, he's the only one with the fire weapon. Well, he wasn't. Lockjaw had the fire weapon. Think you can recruit the red bag if you have a nice dude? Nope. Like I said, there used to be the Nemesis Forge, you know, when you turned on the Shadow of Mordor and you could create a custom Nemesis or just take one from your latest save. And then you could go around, You could target just a random unknown until you'd see the Eye of Sauron above his head and say, "Alright, this one's your nemesis," and then you'd see the flag of your follower above your followers, you know, so you'd know which one was your follower and your nemesis. They would end up as war chiefs or just on the map, and then they removed it. They got rid of the Nemesis Forge, and yeah, this sucks. Now I'm going back to the other save where everybody's alive. The Nemesis Forge was still a thing, probably would have. I spent so many hours again in Shadow Mordor after leaving it for a month, because I was like, oh, I'm going to port these guys into the sequel, and it was a lot of fun until they got rid of it. So basically it killed Shadow of Mordor. There was no point farming for unique captains. I had a puny Uruk during my time playing Shadow Mordor that wasn't staying dead, and I kinda hoped that he'd be my ultimate Uruk or whatever. Yeah, there was one captain that would become so overpowered in Shadow Mordor. You could search for the coward. The coward would become the ultimate follower, because he was afraid of so many things. The game would just give him all immunities because they knew, oh, he's going to lose them all at every opportunity. But as soon as you brand him, he loses all fears, and he would destroy anything. Not Ratbag the coward, the other coward who used to be voiced by Neil Kaplan, but now in Shadow War is voiced by Robbie Rist. But in Shadow Mordor, you could make the ultimate follower with the coward. Someone else took his place. Yeah, it kinda happened. In Shadow of Mordor, like I said, even if you had your old captain being removed from your map in the main game, you'd find him again, preserved by the game, in your Nemesis Forge. So you're like, oh, he's there again. So you could, you know, summon him as your, you know, war chief to fight just for old time's sake, but you'd need to make sure not to kill him. Would have been hilarious to have a nemesis that is just puny and just wants to die dead. Yeah, I miss most titles in Shadow Mordor. I miss the brother. The brother, they removed him to place the skull collector, the head hunter or something like this, who's voiced by Chris Butler. I mean, it's a good title in Shadow of War, but the brother would have had his place too, I think. Neil Kaplan did better. He was actually a coward. Ruberius was just called that for retreating once. Well, orcs don't like people who flee, so sometime you'll find a gutless. Usually the gutless is from the Dark Tribe, but any orc who flees a fight and has a title that can't be changed can randomly become who flees or the godless. So they run away from a fight. If they run away from you, they become the elusive or the uncatchable, and they get some good trickster abilities. The Nemesis Force should have been more like how Mass Effect say porting is. I think it's the same because, you know, it's BioWare again. It was the same for Dragon Age, so you could say, hey, something like this happened, and I took this choice and made that choice and went this path, and then I saved those and let these guys die or whatever, and then they would transfer the info into the sequel that you'd play. So I'm not sure it would be working the same. I keep referencing CD Projekt Red on how they did the porting the data for the Witcher series, which is something that, for example, you've got certain weapon and equipment and stuff that you did in the story from the first. It's all transferred into the sequel. The second game. They decide, okay, at the start, do you want to go the way of your route in the first game, or do you want to start a fresh new start with random stuff? You'd be like, oh, I want to go the path I chose. And they kept going that way for the sequel, you know, the third game. Do you have normal flag? Yeah, normal flag is right there. Can go through an entire game in the main trilogy, making all your choice or whatever. Yeah. 3 types of data that can be ported into the sequels, and CD Projekt Red did it best, I'd say, because if you are playing offline, you cannot transfer, you know, your data in Shadow Mordor to Shadow of War until, you know, they ended it. And the same thing for BioWare, you know, with the Mass Effect series and Dragon Age. Yeah, the tournament can begin, but I'm waiting for, you know, people to tell me who they want to see fight. We've got the Defaced, who was voiced by JB Blanc after I fake transformed Lucky into a fake machine, and then I purified him and turned him into a fake Spectre, so he would only get JB Blanc's voice as well as his pale skin, and then I poisoned him after, you know, placing the blight in the region. Then we've got the Inflame again, fake machine, burn him after placing the Flame of War. You've got the Shame again after shaming the fake Spectre. The Unashamed from normal, you know, Lucky. The Claw again from the fake Spectre. I chopped off his arm. You can't even see the stitches above the hook. Flame of War versus Lockjaw, because they both have fire. Yes, they both have fire, and they've got enraged by burning as well as exhaustion. Just going to finish the presentation. Stormbringer is basically, you know, inflamed, turned into the stomping her by chopping off his arm the same way I did for the claw. The machine, we know how to make him. We got the Iron Skull, was basically the unkillable, but he has a different personality. He's complaining about headaches. The unkillable is bragging about being supposedly unkillable. A lockjaw is the fake of war, you know, the false of war, and I broke his jaw. The Spectre again, from the fake machine, we purify him. The main Lucky. The Forsaken is just lucky that left bleeding out. This is the deranged version of Lucky, because I knew people would request to see him. And that's it. No skinless flag. Oh, have I not places? You're right, I forgot the skinless. How could I forget this? Wait. Do I have a skin? I should have a skinless, that's true. Just give me a moment. No, it's not in the garrison. I will check the folders. Just give me a moment. I should have him somewhere if I find it. Problem is I have so many folders. But you're right. I have Ever Wounded, I've got Rawhead and Skinless. How come I forgot about him? Won't be long. We'll be back for the pit fight in a couple of minutes.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire. But more.
Classes has no emotes. No, I do not. Don't ask me how to put on emotes. I have no idea. So there he is, Flak, the Ever Wounded.
Urdag.
How come I forgot about this guy? So again, fake machine transformation. Set him up against a nemesis. This one I forced the betrayal a couple of times. He became my true nemesis. I sent my follower against him. He got captured. And I failed the rescue mission to end up with this. Yep, he's late. It's true. How could I forget about him?
Flock.
Well, like I said, I haven't slept much, and I kept working on recording, video editing, and working on flags, so there are things I you know, might have forgot, blacked out and stuff. You were is right, yeah. But you know. Feels like the Nemesis Force should have been like that. Yeah, the Nemesis Force could have been much more. You were every flag right because they all think the same. Well, they don't think the same anymore. They had different lives, different experience from you know, the fixed point in time.
Zog and his acolytes have been cleansed by fire, but Mordor is not yet yours.
That's not it. Hey Will, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Well, flag spit fight. We forgot. Well, I forgot about placing the skinless with the others. Yeah. Oh, and did you see what I found out about the defaced?
Zog and his acolytes
It's
have been
easier
cleansed
to
by
make the
fire.
deface from an orc who's voiced by GB Blah. But that's not you. Ever wounded. He's late. Well, GB Blanc is basically the voice of the Blight. So you place a Blight and you poison one and he turns into the Defaced. So the Defaced is voiced by Robbie Wrist. Usually it's the voice I'm working on trying to make the Defaced, but it doesn't really happen. So I guess it's one of the situations where it's easier to create the Stormbringer from Steve Bloom's voice than it is from Nolan North, even if Nolan North is the voice of
Flock.
Stormbringer.
Flock.
What are Steve Bloom's voice? Steve Bloom's? I don't know this guy. Steve Bloom's titles usually are the Inflamed, the Brander, Nightbringer, the Shadow, the Amputator, the Harrow. Could you someday drop a whole list of the important... Well, I've got a video series. Voice of the Shame. It pretty much gives you a couple of examples. Well, more than a couple. So yeah, I've got the mini series on my YouTube, you know.
Flock.
Okay, Flag the Ever Wounded. Who are we going to set him up against? He is the last one to join in, so... I mean, yeah, but I've got so many projects in the work. I can only work on so many at a time. So, you know, it's something I could work on, but I'm only one guy. Flame of War versus Lockjaw.
Flock.
Yeah. Have they not already fought? So again, they've got the same stats. Exhaustion from, you know, the rage. They both get enraged by burning. Ah, that's alright.
Think you're tough, eh? We'll see about that. Another victim.
And it works for him to say tooth and claw when he's got the, you know, the jaw. Oh. Does the Flame of War have the machine pants? Yes. That's part of his usual transformation. If you got a warrior, he's always going to have the flaming sword, even if they started with a mace or something. And he always gets the machine pants because it fits his character to throw bombs. You know. No, zombie flak, you won't fight. We found that out.
Flock.
He's just going to reposition
Flock.
himself. I don't know. They just won't allow him to fight.
Flock.
Look,
Flock.
reposition. There's no fighting.
Flock.
If you know, pit fight, pit fight, pit fight, pit reinforce. Position.
Flock.
That's disappointing, but you know. Going to turn off the fan. I'm freezing. It's because he's dead. Well, the Lucky is deranged, so it's basically got the same brain activity as the undead. So who's next? We've got the main
Flock.
the range guy versus the original, you mean? You want the ranged flag to die to blight flag?
Flock.
Sure. Then
Flock.
let's move them around.
Flock.
Oh, let's cancel the mission first.
Flock.
He's like, oh, not fair.
You think you have a chance? You have no chance. I have no chance. None of us has any chance.
Now we shall begin. And by the end, nothing will be unspoiled.
I guess you'll be pissed. This guy won and doesn't even know it. Said it. Blight had no chance. Who's next? Stormbringer against the Claw? We could set the Rubberies against each other.
Flock.
Have I not already done that myself? Set them up? Pretty sure I did. I know I sent the Defaced against the Blight. The Shame against the Unashamed. I did that. Now let's just set the Claw against the Stormbringer.
Flock.
I know for sure I haven't done
Flock. Flock.
that. You just want the ranged guy to die. Okay, so who's next to fight him then? The original?
Flock. Flock. Flock.
Well, I got to wait for him to go away. Nah, alright, we've got to teleport because he won't leave. Is flag flammable? None of them are, except for the zombie who won't fight.
Flock.
Well, they are flammable, but they're not vulnerable to fire. They can be burned. But they don't have the weakness flammable. Well, like I said, I thought he could fight them. It's just now that we found out that he won't fight.
You don't have a chance. No chance. That's the truth of it. No chance at all.
Another maggot. Perfect.
You are prey!
Wow, okay, you still got to, you know, have fun with the deranged one for a while. Not even Lockjaw could take him down. So far, the irony is that he's the champion. You just want him to die. Do you want me to just summon him and pop his head off? Or, you know, just want to see him die in a fight?
Flock.
Yeah, I put him out of his misery. He's still alive in the other save, so it doesn't really matter. So far, you're one of the few, you know, want me to set up a fight against each other, so it doesn't really matter. So who's fighting?
Flock.
When he becomes the Stormbringer and he's got the chest piece, the chest burned, he keeps getting the Overlord upgrades on his shoulders. But the problem with the Feral Tribe is that you can barely see the Nazgul arm. I mean, we can kind of see it, but, you know.
You won't beat me! You'll be in the dirt in no time! Come near me! You are right!
Okay. Who's next? I set up the Iron Skull against the Unkillable already. This I know. The Skinners or the Ever Wounded, I should send him against the Defaced. You know, because they usually complain about disfigurement.
You better not underestimate me. I want a good fight.
Send me your best, not your worst.
Who's that claw? Idiot.
Oh no, we got the bot on Twitch. Report them, then ban. That's how I do it. Because if you report them, it, you know, it removes their account from Twitch. I think I did it before you did. No, that's me. You're going to ban me too? I wasn't sure if you were still there, so you know. Found myself remembering. Had a bit of funny. You gonna cry? I mean, I could unban them for you to have the satisfaction to do so. But I think they already actioned on the report. Okay, it's gone. Sorry. The satisfaction is gone. Oh. Like I said, I didn't think you were still around, so... You removed the ban to ban them? The lucky against, I don't know, the Forsaken. You removed their ban, but they're gone.
This is the man who on a good day will kill you, and on a bad day will recruit you, betray you, and then try to kill you.
Watch and learn, you globs! Watch and learn!
You are prey!
Why, what? Like I said, I thought you were gone. So, you know, when I talk to myself and nobody's responding, that's my first thought. So I did the report.
Can't catch me!
You're gone.
Alright, next time I see, you know, a bot, I'll leave it to you to... I haven't seen. Who won actually? Oh, the lucky one. Good.
Flock.
Alright. Well, next time I'll know. You're rooting for normal flag. Well, he actually defeated his first one in this, or... I'm so distracted I can't keep up with who won what.
The Grave Walker tried to shame me, but I embraced the mark and added many others. Now I stand before you not
In
with
one
shame,
timeline,
but pride.
actually. In the others, his past is still
Come on
alive.
now, I can do this all day. Rip and rend!
After this fight, I'm gonna have to walk the dog. Well, the original one. Leave him alone for now. Got it. So, who are we setting up next? Before, you know, we should do the drown next. Well, there's no drowned. It's going to be for another time to drown. The original won and celebrated by smashing a random grunt to pieces. Yeah. To have his own tournament. I mean, yeah. I need to... Because I told you that I worked for a couple of streams now. I talked about this. I worked on a drown video. So it's going to be similar to the Pretender video and this tournament. So you'll see different drowns. Well, different drowned. Well, fighting each other and transform into, you know, different things. But yeah, I'll walk the dog and I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm muted. Nice. At least it didn't last too long before. So yeah. I said that yes, of course the drown from the other stream is going to reappear. It is still alive. But I'm also farming for different kinds of drowned. Yeah, that's good because you know that would be a nice stream, just watching my mouth move. So yeah, I think you can get drowns of any classes, urugs and ologs. So yeah, I'm working on that. But I need to make sure if I can find ologs or drowned. I'm pretty sure they exist. But again, it depends on the RNG if it's going to spawn one at some point. Alright. If an unlocked drowned or white-eye got decapitated and became a Stitch, would they stay blind? No doubt. Because a drowned Uruk remains blind no matter what. I have a white-eye and a drowned, they're both unlocked. Then, yeah. My plan is to find enough drowns to work on transforming them. So yeah, it would be a longer video than the Pretender and with, you know, a full guide on all title changes. So yeah. So the machine against the claw?
Flock.
These are ologs and ologs are different. Ologs don't even get burn scar. No, they do not get burn scars, but they can become the slash face, the beast, or the stitch. So we can at least put those in the video. I can also fake transform an olog into the stitch so that we change his voice if need be to make the slash face. Could even make a slash face turn into the beast.
I am but one machine, but it is the machine of Mordor that will consume Middle-earth.
I will defeat all who face me!
Oh, the hit from that claw must have hurt. Could find out myself if you want. Yeah, that's why it's going to be my job, because unlike most people, I'm playing on PC so I can make backups, and I don't mind spending hours, days, weeks on video recording and editing, as long as, you know, it gives something good in the end. There are only 3 Olog Death Cheaters that make... Yeah, so the Olog part would be easier to do. But still, they are drowned, so they would appear in the video anyway. So you'd see all kinds of Death Cheaters. Who's next?
Flock.
Iron Skull? sounds cool. I mean, it's a scar you can also get on the unkillable and whatnot. He doesn't seem to have his brain exposed unlike the other one. He's just got scalped. True.
Get ready to lose!
I'm getting thirsty over here! Bloodthirsty!
I was also trying to farm, you remember the brander, the bloody brander who gave us flak. If someday we get lucky and I get to drown from one, imagine, that would be a good one. He would be a bloody drown looking like, you know, that messed up head. Yeah, it's the claw for the... It's the claw from the same as the Kingslayer or the Iron Arm. The claw weapon is different. Yes, he always gets his hook mace. I misread. So yeah, he always has the... Indeed. It's his whole personality. Well, the claw keeps winning.
Flock.
Let's see if he wins against the Inflame. It's 7:32. I don't think the stream is going to get past 8 PM because I'm also going to think about supper. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming in the coming days because again I'm working on more videos.
My bite's worse than my bark! I'll bite your head off! You look weaker than the last glob! Rip and run!
Because sometimes I get people asking me, when are you streaming? Why are you not live? Where are you? Doing other things. They also ask me about video making. You know, it's not always ready in one day. Yeah, that's something I noticed since I started, you know, this channel. People often forget that, hey, people streaming and recording stuff, they have other things to do sometimes. So like, oh, is the channel dead now? No, I just haven't been doing guides as often. I don't have that many things to do.
Flock.
Sometimes I have things I'm working on that take longer than, you know, expected.
Ugh, you look like a show-off! I hate show-offs!
Alright, whoever wins.
You saving the best for last out there?
Drop dead!
Well, if he does, We'll keep normal flag for, you know, the final fight. Yeah.
Flock.
But yeah, I know it was a stream that was requested, but there isn't much you can do other than just set up the same titles, the same titles against each other.
Think you're tough? Well, I'm tougher. I'm so ready to kill again. You are right. I'll rip your heart out. Flakmented.
Oh, the Inflame got lucky there.
Flock.
Need to set him
Flock.
up. Is it alright if we end the stream after the final fight? Because, you know. Unless you want to restart the whole thing again.
I'm here to rip your spine out.
We can end.
You better not be another idiot who can't fight.
Yeah. Alright, who wins? The original or the Inflamed?
Flock.
I'll provide all the sport you need, and then some.
Disqualified.
Come on,
Yeah.
I'm ready for ya.
He's sitting on the bench.
Who's that claw?
For the last one, the Flame of War was the winner. And this one, the Inflamed. Alright. So I think that will be all for now. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.